So this is one that many people have been waiting for. Graham Ward was a former senior casework manager in the post office security team, as well as a financial investigator that was involved in both Noel Huey's case and Lee Castleton's case. And as well, in line with many others having a long and varied career over the post office, actually held some very senior positions there. Straight away, we're off to an interesting start as Sir Wyn, leading the inquiry, feels like he has to remind Graham Ward about his right not to self-incriminate. Let's jump straight into the inquiry.
Good morning, sir. Can you see and hear us?
Yes, I can, thank you.
Thank you very much. May I call Graham Ward?
Yes.
Repeat after me. I swear by Almighty God
I swear by Almighty God
that the evidence I shall give
that the evidence I shall give
shall be the truth,
shall be the truth,
the whole truth,
the whole truth,
and nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth.
Thank you. You can sit down.
Now, we have been waiting some time for this one. We've heard a lot about Graham Ward, a former security manager at the post office, and his involvement. We've seen a lot of transcripts, telephone calls, emails to do with witness statements, problems with Horizon. So it should be really insightful what he's got to say here. So let's jump straight into it.
Good morning, Mr. Ward. My name is Jason Beer, and as you know, I ask questions on behalf of the inquiry. Can you tell us your full name, please?
Graham Ward.
Thank you very much.
Before you continue, Mr. Beer, I think it's appropriate to give Mr. Ward a direction about self-incrimination. So I'll do that now.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Ooh, what's all this about? They've not done this before, have they? I've not seen this certainly with any of the recent witnesses.
Mr. Ward, under our law, a witness at a public inquiry has the right to decline to answer a question put to him by counsel to the inquiry, by any recognized legal representative, or by me, if there is a risk that the answer to that question would incriminate the witness. In shorthand, this legal principle is known as the privilege against self-incrimination. I consider that fairness demands that I remind you of that principle before you give your evidence. If at any stage you wish to rely upon the privilege, it is for you to make it clear to me that in respect of any question put to you, it is your wish to rely upon the privilege against self-incrimination. If, therefore, any questions are put to you by any of the lawyers who ask you questions, or by me, which you do not wish to answer, you must tell me immediately after any such question is raised. At that point, I will consider your objection to answering the question and thereafter rule upon whether your objection should be upheld. I understand that you're represented by a solicitor here at the inquiry today. No doubt if the issue relating to self-incrimination arises, that solicitor will assist you, and if at any stage during the questioning you wish to consult your solicitor about the privilege, you must tell me so that I can consider whether that is appropriate. Do you understand what I've just said to you, Mr. Ward?
Yes, I do.
Thanks.
So presumably they think that he might self-incriminate himself because I guess this is similar to the Fifth Amendment in the United States, where you're not required to testify by answering a question in a criminal trial, which is a bit different to a public inquiry, if you believe the answer will incriminate yourself because it's not for you to prove the case against you. But this isn't a warning that's been given to any other witnesses in recent history. Can't remember any previous ones, possibly some of the more senior execs. But very interesting that they've chosen to bring it up. Maybe the class Graham was the senior exec. He's certainly popped up, like I said before, in an awful lot of the evidence. So it'll be really interesting to hear what he has to say and where he goes from here, particularly with regards to his witness statement first off.
Thank you. Then over to you, Mr. Beer.
Thank you very much. Now, Mr. Ward, you've helpfully made a witness statement to us in the inquiry. It's a 35-page witness statement, excluding its appendices. Can we turn that up, please? It's WITN 105900100. It should be at tab A1 in the bundle in front of you as well. Now, I think there's an amendment that you would like to make to it, to paragraph 4B, which is on page 2.
That's correct.
And, 4D on page 2, right at the
4D.
bottom.
Yeah.
When it says in around 1995, I joined the Post Office investigation team, do you wish to amend that to in around 1995?
Yeah, it says around 1997, but it's actually 1995, yeah.
Okay, so it should read in 1995.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. And then if you turn to the last page, please.
So that's it for the corrections then. So a minor change to one of the dates could become relevant later, depending on what they're going to question him about. I'm guessing they've got a wide range of questions given his seniority and involvement in seemingly a lot of the issues that the Post Office Horizon IT inquiry are investigating. He's got quite a lengthy witness statement at 35 pages with appendices. Presumably he's had some help prepare that from his lawyers, which are present at the inquiry as well. So let's see, they're going to do the preliminary checks just to check, A, it's his signature, B, that's his statement. So anything that they do question him on can be relied upon. He can't then claim that, actually, no, I didn't say that.
Which is page 35. Is that your signature?
It is, yes.
And with the amendment that we've just made, are the contents of the witness statement true to the best of your knowledge and belief?
They are.
Thank you very much. You can put that to one side, thank you. And that can come down. Now, I think you joined the Post Office in 1984 as a counter clerk, is that right?
That's correct.
And you left in May 2016 as mail conformance manager within the National Network Conformance Team, is that right?
That's correct.
If I can go at a canter first through your various positions,
Yeah.
and then come back and explore each of them in a little more detail.
Yeah.
So I think 1984 to 1992, you were a counter clerk at branches in South London, is that right?
Yeah, that's correct.
In 1992, you became an assistant area manager in the London South West District.
That's correct.
In 1993, you became an auditor in the South East Regional Audit Team, is that right?
Yeah, that's correct.
In 1995, as you've just told us, you joined the Post Office investigation team, first as an analyst and then as an investigation manager.
That's correct.
Albeit, as I think you're going to tell us, that was just a job retitling exercise,
Yeah.
and the substance of the job remained the same.
Essentially, yeah.
Thank you. 2001, you became the policy and standards manager within the security team, is that right?
Yeah, that's correct.
In 2002, you became the assistant casework manager
Yep.
in the security team.
That's correct.
In 2007, you became the casework manager in the security team.
That's correct.
In 2012, you moved to work on a project in information security.
Yes, that's correct.
And in 2013, you became the mail conformance manager,
Yeah, that's correct.
and you left in May 2016.
Exactly, yeah.
So overall, it's plain, would you agree that you had a long career in the Post Office?
Yes, I did, yeah.
That included working in the investigation team, the security team,
Yeah.
for a long period of time.
Indeed, yeah.
Prior to the rollout of the Horizon system and through the rollout of the Horizon system.
Yes.
And you held, would you agree, significant roles so far as the inquiry's investigation is concerned, as an investigation manager, assistant casework manager, and casework manager?
Yes.
And I think we're going to hear that you were the casework manager in relation to the investigations of Noel Huey Thomas, yes?
Yes.
You were a financial investigator in the proceedings against Julian Wilson,
Correct.
and you were involved in a capacity in the civil claim concerning Lee Castleton.
Correct, yeah.
So some of the big cases here, so Noel ended up, actually, I think he might have said, it was one of the cases dramatised in Mr. Bates versus the Post Office where he pled guilty to a lesser charge, I believe, on advice, even though obviously, you know, he does deny that he actually did anything wrong in line with the other postmasters. And we heard also Lee Castleton's case in the drama as well, who ended up getting the civil case to talk about, is where he got ordered to pay not only the £25,000 that they alleged that he stole, but £300,000 odd pounds in costs, which effectively then obviously left him bankrupt as well as without his business. So he's been involved in a number of cases in a significantly senior capacity, and some of the most highlighted and significant cases that we've seen in the drama and documentary. So it'll be interesting to hear his comments on his role in those.